Hi, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing a very special and very exciting reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Now, I apologize for my voice being a little bit off. I have a bit of a cold. So let's see the energy that we need to be mindful of as Jupiter conjuncts Chiron on the 12th of March, 2023. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. So we have two here, two energies to be aware of. We have the Ace of Swords and we have the Four of Pentacles reversed. So this is really great when you have the Four of Pentacles reversed, because what we have here is we have vampiric energy leaving us. There's also clarity of thought, mind, and spirit coming forward, but that can be a bit overwhelming for us. Now, why we're going to be hit so hard by this Jupiter conjunct Chiron is not only is it astoundingly powerful, and we haven't felt this energy in 12 years, but we are also ruled by Jupiter. So Sagittarius, we're ruled by Jupiter. That means this is going to be more intense for us. Wherever Sagittarius falls in your chart, then it is going to be for others. So just really be aware of that. Be aware that this is a healing time, a healing that will hit you to your core, something that can, really shake up wounds and hurts and despairs. We also have the fact that Jupiter conjunct Chiron will be aligned at 14 degrees of Aries. Okay? It will be 14 degrees Aries, which is temperance in the major arcana. We are ruled by temperance in the major arcana. So we're getting hit by Jupiter. We're getting hit by the alignment, which aligns us with temperance, which is our, master card, our major arcana card. And here with the Ace of Swords, clarity, thought, understanding. This is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Our sister sign is Gemini. So, thought, clarity, insight coming forward, testing us, pushing us further than maybe we feel comfortable going at times. But we're also going to see that it's cutting away. We're severing ties. This is also going to be a cord cutting time of having negative, hurtful, hateful energy released from us, and the bonds that we have with people based off of wounds, our wound mates instead of our soul mates. So that energy here is really going to be released. It's going to be relinquished, and we're going to be emboldened, but we have to be aware of it because it will hit us a lot harder than we're expecting it to, okay? So let's see. Excuse me. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Here we have manifest. If there's anything, Sagittarius, that you are spectacular at, even if you're going to laugh at me and say, Dane, I'm not spectacular at manifestation, you are. You are. You might not see it. It might not manifest exactly the way that you had thought it would, but your connection with divinity and with bringing forward what you need in your life is absolutely astounding. Jupiter is a magnifier. It is a greatness, amplifier. Here with manifestation, you can manifest your greatness. Focus on your thoughts. Look at what you're thinking. Look at what you're feeling. Listen, look, connect. Meditation is going to be one of the most powerful tools you can do. And if you're saying, Dane, I don't like sitting, doing nothing, just like, staring off into space or chanting, that's cool. You can meditate while washing the dishes. You can meditate while sewing something or sweeping or, going for a walk. You don't have to be still in meditation. You don't. And that's where it gets somebody, especially a fire sign energy, it can get us stuck because we're like, oh, I don't like to be still and I have to be still. No, it's just quieting the thoughts. A river is never still, but it's quieting the thoughts. So let's see what the tarot has to say. I also highly recommend Spring Forest Qigong. It's here on YouTube. If you Google just spring and then forest Qigong, and it is absolutely wonderful if you want to do that type of meditation. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Yep. Guide this reading. Okay. So we are crowned with the King of Pentacles, with the Knight of Pentacles, slowly and steadily moving forward to prosperity. Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is going to be a time where we're planted in what we desire, want, and need. We're seeing the seeds be planted. We're seeing us move forward. Now, again, this is a healing time, okay? Jupiter and Chiron, okay, coming together. They will be conjunct each other on this day. Again, this hasn't happened for 12 years. We will not feel this energy again for quite some time. And this has wounds that we never thought would heal, starting to heal. It brings us forward in a way that we thought, I'm stuck here. And we really see that that's the energy that we kind of fight against, is the fact that we thought we were stuck there. We thought this is what defines me for the rest of my life. And Spirit's saying, no, it's not. We can see that we're moving forward in knowledge and in understanding. We also have the Aries energy, right? We're 14 degrees in Aries. And so what that brings us is it brings us independence and courage and entrepreneurship and daring. And those are energies that we align with to varying degrees, right? Aries in the zodiac is younger than we are Sagittarius, kind of like star-wise, developmentally. So that daring is a little bit more matured when it comes to us. It's not going to be that brashness, that boldness of an Aries that can just feel like a wrecking ball coming in. We are moving slower towards what we want, towards what we desire. And we're also going to start being a little bit kinder to ourselves. We might find that instead of being like, oh, well, I'm just a failure, I'm not achieving what I want to achieve at this point in time, we're starting to say, I'm a late bloomer. I'm coming into myself. I'm finding out how to put all the bits and pieces together. With the Six of Swords, we're taking our knowledge and we're taking what we desire and we're moving forward. We're also looking at things emotionally. Now, the emotional aspect can be a bit tricky for us. There's going to be a healing here around a mother energy, okay? It can be our mother. It can be being a mother. It can be, mothering ourselves. It can be even the divine feminine energy. Because this is a general reading, it can be different for each and every one of you. So what is happening here is as we're moving forward, we are starting to heal from a maternal energy that didn't meet our emotional needs, okay? However that manifests within our lives, that's an energy that's coming forward. And what we're going to see here is that as we're gathering our knowledge and moving forward, we've been very harsh on ourselves in connection with this energy. Like, if only I could do better, if only this, if only that. It's like, no, this is who either you are or this is who that person is. You cannot change them. And there's a healing that comes in a sense of, again, that severing the tie, that cut, that sense of you don't get to define me anymore. And this hurt, pain, disappointment doesn't get to define me anymore. And Sagittarius, that's going to be a very big thing for you because you're in the sense here of celebration. And I love the little white rabbits. And I have just finished reading, a little bit ago, finished reading a book by Jane Johnson, and it's called The White Hare. And it's all about the divine feminine and a white rabbit that comes into this family. And it's really quite spectacular. So if you're interested, check it out. And I'm just seeing that here as it's coming together. This healing that is needed in a sacred feminine way is coming together here for you to move you forward. And there's a sense of a celebration. Now, it can just be a celebration of the feminine arts, meaning, it can be crafts. It can be, handicrafts, the sewing or embroidery or knitting or, things like that, or even kind of like home economics, things that people said, oh, we don't need this. And then we have a whole bunch of people who, can't feed themselves. So it is necessary to learn these skills, and they are needed. And so we're going to see our worth coming in to what we work for, to what we desire and want. And we're starting to see a whole circle come together. Not just it has to be one way or it has to be another. Like it has to be all feminine or it has to be all masculine energy. No, it's going to start coming together. We're healing from something from our past. I see somebody's handing you a cup of tea. And that could be something from your childhood. I used to always have a cup of tea with my grandma and my great grandma when they were alive, and I have a cup of tea all the time with my mom. So here, that's very special for me personally, and I just see that as that energy coming forward for us here, Sagittarius. That sense of a tradition being shared. The Six of Cups is nostalgia. The Six of Cups is also tradition. So remember, on the 7th of March, we had Saturn going into Pisces. All traditions that do not fit with us are going to start to shatter and fray. All right. So just because it's always been that way doesn't mean it's always going to stay that way. And that can be something that we find a bit disconcerting, because we can find great comfort in traditions, in ways things were, instead of like, how can I change that for me now? And it doesn't mean we have to change anything, but it just means that Saturn, the most structured of all the planets, is going into Pisces, the most unstructured of all the signs. And it's really going to untie things that aren't true for us, or things that we thought, oh, it has to be like this. And the Pisces energy is having us say, why? And because of our own fire sign energy, creativity, curiosity, we're like, oh yeah, why? Why does it have to be that way? So with the Eight of Pentacles, we could be nostalgic around work, but we can also be finding that this time is healing us from childhood wounds, okay? And also bringing us to a much calmer, quieter place where we start to see us moving forward towards where we want to be work-wise, bringing a calmness to our work, bringing a creativity to ourselves, being gentler and kinder with us, and learning how to celebrate what we want, because the Nine of Cups is a wish being granted. Now, the Queen of Cups reversed is a card. That's why there's unbalance within feminine energy that needs to be acknowledged. It can be that we're not acknowledging a feminine aspect of ourselves, and it can also be that, there's just a rift between somebody that needs to be acknowledged, that cord cut in one way or another. However this manifests within our lives, because the Queen of Cups upright, I was taught, I remember my teacher saying this quite distinctly. She was in such awe. She said, with the Queen of Cups, she is as gracious, as lovely, as, encompassing of femininity and grace and love as the Empress. Reversed, that's falling away. So here, just be mindful of that. Be mindful that this was an energy or a person that was supposed to embody so much more than they actually could. And that was part of their lesson here on Earth. And that was part of our lesson here on Earth, to have that disappointment. And it might not seem fair. And that's okay. That's okay. I'm learning that some things, they don't seem fair, and they're not going to. And that's part of the journey of life, the part of the wisdom that we learn as we go. There's something that we're working towards here, and we've wanted to be fiercer about it. We've actually denied a gentler part of ourselves. Because we're going into that Aries energy, it can be very easy for us to deny that feminine aspect of ourselves again. It's going to be a mistake. Coming forward with gentleness, coming forward with kindness is going to be very important. It's going to be very important for our betterment. So let's dive deeper. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Excuse me. Yeah. Oh, okay. Angels and spirit guides. So what's hysterical here is that you have almost all the queens. You have all the queens showing up. So very, very, very strong feminine energy here, Sagittarius. Okay. You have the Queen of Wands reversed. That would be represent to you. Okay. In celebration with yourself, there's a reluctance to celebrate you coming forward. You have the Queen of Swords reversed with the Six of Swords. There can also be a reluctance around moving forward in knowledge and in acceptance of that knowledge. With the Eight of Wands and the Queen of Cups reversed, the Eight of Wands reversed and the Queen of Cups reversed, there's a sense that things are moving forward. okay? They're moving forward slowly. This healing, this connection, this greater understanding. We can want it to happen very, very quickly. And Spirit's like, that's great that we want it to happen quickly. It's not going to. We can be very frustrated with this time. We have all this healing coming in. We have all this centering of self. We're washing away the harsh edges of the wounds that have defined us for so long. And we're thinking, okay, let's get to it, as a typical fire sign energy would. And Spirit's saying here, no, it's going to be slower than that. With the Three of Pentacles and the Six of Cups, there is very much a sense here, okay, of this isn't about everybody else, this is about me. So this healing, as much as Sagittarian energy loves to kind of raise up the sign and say, hey, come, follow me, it's like, first, this is sacredly and privately yours. And as it is sacredly and privately yours, then once you sit in this energy and you accept it, you can move forward in it. But it isn't about, connecting with everybody else, having everybody else understand, everything else coming together. What you are going to find is that you are highly successful and highly prosperous if you embrace the sacred feminine, if you embrace an energy that seems to be overwhelming for you, all right now. And it doesn't matter how you identify yourself, it doesn't matter, anything about the feminine energy until you see yourself walking into it and see yourself embracing it. Because right now the energy doesn't care what you think, what you want, what you're saying. It's like there's a grace and a beauty to you. There's a gentleness, a flow that needs to be embraced. And it's something that can't be shied away from, because it's a huge part of who you are. And it's a huge part of this healing energy that washes over you. This could be very, very, very emotional. You can have, your ancestors come to you and just wrap you in a hug. And you just even visualizing it. I was doing this with Qigong, and they have one of your ancestors come forward, and I had my grandmother come forward, and she just gave me a hug. And I just started sobbing uncontrollably for the whole time I was doing the Qigong. And it was amazing, and it was beautiful. And it was also sad. So here, just connecting with that energy is just going to be so important. You are astoundingly prosperous. This is wealth, or what you value as much as money. The Queen of Pentacles, okay? This is being seen as a rich, wealthy, compassionate, philanthropic person. This is the energy that's coming in. We have here the Six of Pentacles reversed. Things are out of balance, all right? And they're not going to be in balance. And that's going to be something, Sagittarius, that annoys you. You want it to be in balance, or you want it not to be in balance, but kind of pick one. There's going to be a balance that comes from a sense of just for one moment. Take it just a moment at a time. Take it just, a step forward, an hour. Look at it. I was listening to somebody talk about losing weight. She said, take it 2 pounds at a time, right? And I thought, isn't that a brilliant thing for life? Take it 2 hours at a time, or, 2 minutes at a time. Break it down to small, doable bites so that we can move forward. And here, with the balance not being there, but yet us still moving forward in prosperity and success, and knights protect queens, there's that sense of, I am forging a way forward for myself that is going to be quite beneficial, quite powerful, quite, intense. And it's going to be something that opens up the door. Focus on your mind. Focus on what your heart is saying to you. Focus on the meditation as well as the physicality, because that's going to have, the thought as well as the physical, because that's going to have the masculine and the feminine coming together, the masculine, the physical, the feminine, the thought, the kind of creativity behind it. So having that come together is going to be astoundingly powerful. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Wheel of Fortune. We're going to think that we're going to think that this is just a huge change is going to come in. That's it. We're going to be swept up by change and nothing else is going to matter. No, Spirit's saying this change happens slowly and it happens over time, because we're severing so many cords that had us like Marley, just, held down in chains in A Christmas Carol, right? That we rattled when we walked. And now we're going to just feel ourselves over time becoming lighter, becoming more graceful. We can even find ourselves being very interested in the movement of the body, yoga or, something like that, where the movement, again, Qigong, where the movement is important. It moves us to our subconscious spirit message. Here it says breathe. We can find that we're very tight. We're very much not focusing on our breath, not focusing on the release of energy. We can find that we hold our breath when we're stressed, and that is keeping us stuck. So be mindful of this. It moves us then to our subconscious tarot message, which is, again, the Queen of Cups reversed. You have now gotten all the queens, and now the Queen of Cups is repeating herself. The Queen of Cups reversed. There's a sense of a heartbreak here, a disappointment. The Hermit, which is Virgo energy. Remember, our full moon on the 7th of March was in Virgo. And there's a sense of Virgo wants our body to run like clockwork. You know, Virgo wants our bodies to be healed. They'll be much more, kinesiology, like much more on the movement side of things. There's a connection with love. There's a blockage around love that as we go in, we start to heal. We start to see that there's a grace and a warmth and a beauty to us that is super important and super beneficial. But that we downplayed it, like so much of our world downplays the love and the grace of the energy that's around us and says, no, it has to be harsher, it has to be more physical, it has to be more domineering. It doesn't. It can be soft and gentle. It could be like silk. You know, it could be like a gentle breeze instead of a hurricane. And that's important. It really is. Even if at times we forget its importance. All right. All right, Sagittarius. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending you loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy, as we embrace the power, intensity, and healing of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Sagittarius. May you have a blessed healing time, and God bless.